Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the Rise of a Nation. It is episode 126. Today we have got Arsenal in the first round of the Champions League. If you didn't watch last episode, you would have seen that we won the last two games in the group against Leipzig in Leipzig and Sporting in Portugal to get through the group, and found ourselves drawing the defending champions of last year's Champions League, Arsenal. If you do go back through our history, though, we have played Arsenal a few years ago. It was in a group stage that contained... I'm trying to remember who it contained now. PSG, I reckon, as well, in Group D that year. I think this is the year. Yeah, Arsenal. We lost 5-1 away all those years ago, and we won 2-1 in the 90th minute at home. So the fact that Zahora played, and, that was a long time ago, we should take some comfort knowing that we could beat Arsenal at home. However, it has to be said, they've now gone on a few years later and won the Champions League. We have now a better squad. The game has pinged it up as two sides that are evenly matched. I personally think Arsenal have a better squad than me and a better team. It's important to note how Arsenal are going in the league this year. They currently sit fourth, typical Arsenal. Last year they finished fifth but won the Champions League, beating Spurs, who did win the Premier League last year. As you can see, Arsenal on 50 points have been not too bad, and their recent form, though... My mum hasn't said a word all night, now she's talking. Right, not a problem. Their recent form has been really good, winning every game, and there you are. It's a great segue into us, because we have lost our first game in about 50 games, in any domestic competition. We were 2-0 up in the quarterfinal of the Sidebreak Pokelin here against Copenhagen. I started taking some first-team players off to rest, which should be no excuse. You're 2-0 up and away you go. They scored 47th, and then from the 70th minute onwards, they really could have won this game 5 or 6-2. They had highlights galore. Everything should have went in, and if it wasn't for Mooney, it wasn't for a bad, who does get a poor match rating because he made a mistake for, I think, Darmian's goal to come out and miss the ball. He made a couple of big saves as well. It's important to note it's the first time we've been behind in a tie in Denmark for a very long time. It also means that the next game before Arsenal is Copenhagen, so for that second leg, I'm going to have to risk the first team boys to make sure I beat Copenhagen at home, right, to get through to the semi-final of the Cup. It's annoying because if the game's on the line, I could have an underdone squad going into the Emirates, and that's not where we want to be. Apart from that, we've looked really good in the league. We've only drawn the 3 games, won 16, and, it's been a while since we haven't tasted, a loss in the league itself. I don't understand why Wirtz is declining, because it doesn't make sense to me at all. And, he's been declining, yet he has been banging them in even more so coming back from the mid-season break. Another hat-trick in there, goal in either game here too. Important to note, I do have the screenshots here as well if we get them up quickly. Pictures here, Fm21, SFB, Stadiums and Records. Wirtz won Under 21 Player of the Year and the Golden Boy Award as well for a second time. He's literally the best striker, young striker, in the game in terms of how many goals he scores, right, and how consistent he is. The game even recognises that, yet it doesn't let him grow. It's a bit annoying. Important to note, they do have a couple of suspensions here, Arsenal as well. They got Simon Tipple out, and he is absolutely unreal at centre-back. He would play for them, one of their key players. And Raphael Schimwell, he's their elite fullback, is also out, suspended. The Germans play 99 caps as well. They're 2 massive outs for Arsenal, and that gives us an opportunity to really go out here and do it. Dortmund play Spurs. Spurs obviously lost to Arsenal in the final last year. I did recap that at the end of last episode. For those that don't remember, Arsenal got a pretty okay run to the final and then beat Spurs in the final, 0-0 over 120 minutes before winning in a shootout. Wouldn't it be crazy if that happened in real life? In terms of the team, though, for us, we do have to talk about some transfers because one of them is starting here tonight. But nothing too crazy as well. In terms of the outs, didn't make another sale at all, but in the ins, we did make a couple of big ones. 2 to be fair, but 2 wonder kids. Edison Campos is who I see as a shadow striker, but he can play wide. As a shadow striker, looks unreal, looks very nippy, has started his career here pretty well with a couple of assists, has looked really good. And if you go to Aguildo, who is starting because I do have a suspension to Tremble, which means Bloom can play on the right. Aguildo looks unreal. At 18 years of age, he is a wonder kid. He is growing fantastically. Has played 3 games. The last 3 games, he's played once in the Cup, twice in the league, at over a 7. Right, he has looked just coming in and looking like he's at the level. He looks quite nutty as a young kid, as you can see here. He's got very well-rounded stats, and just to throw him in the deep end against Arsenal, I have faith with those physicals. At 6'2", he'll be really good. And I've brought him in to play centre-back as well, even though he's a bit more of a DM. I just think he will grow naturally into being an unreal centre-back. Secondly, I am getting rid of that player trait, get forward whenever possible. My coaches agree to get rid of it as well. And yeah, as you can see, though, your team to play Arsenal, first one we've played them in a long time, is Munizaga in goals, Bloom, Sanchez, Aguildo, and Neff. Paddy Horn playing the Roman playmaker role looks unreal in that role. Pennant, Albrecht, Jefferson, Lars, and of course Wirtz is up top in the form that he is in. As you can see, 3 players ready to come back in. Hopefully these boys can go out here. Unfortunately for me, they do have to play the next 2 games after this as well. Copenhagen at home, make sure we don't risk losing a game in the league, right, to keep the undefeated streak. And then, of course, lucky last, going out there and beating him in that cup game before we play Arsenal again. Important to note, there's people that you will know there. William Saliba is in there. Aaron Ramsdale grows unreal on FM. Haaland's here. Gavi from Barcelona's here. And yeah, that Doku, who was transfer listed, is here as well. And Billy Gilmore. That is a pretty star-studded team. And half of them weren't starting. It'll be interesting to see what's going on here with their team. The boys look up for it, which is great. I am playing my system in the snow. I love a little bit of snow in and around the game. What it means is just, because it's not great conditions to play football, because, snow should make everything heavy. Arsenal playing the possession-based football, right, should make it a bit harder for them. And for us who plays a little bit more, counter-attacking, we zip it around, look for space in behind if we have to. It should eat towards us a bit more than Arsenal playing on a slick, nice surface, right? Anyway, Aaron Ramsdale looks unreal in goals. He's absolutely incredible, the 34-year-old. Kay Faye, I reckon Ramsdale was here last time we played Arsenal too, a few years ago. Faye looks unbelievable at right back. He is absolutely nutters. William is just sensational. Pirola, the 30-year-old, didn't even realise he was in the team. He's unreal too. He grows amazing on FM. Lucas, the centre-back, playing out at full-back, still looks unreal as a full-back, to be fair. Just not as good going forward as you would like in probably an elite side. Nicholas Spicer, unbelievable through the middle of the park. You can see why these guys won the Champions League last year with a squad like this. Benamaria is their best. Benamara, not Benamaria. He's the Arsenal's best player. He's world class. He is absolutely sensational as a midfielder. Wowzers. Haaland playing on the right. When you're throwing a 32-year-old Haaland on the right and you're not playing him up top, you must have some firepower. Gavi in the middle, 28. Unreal. At the height of his powers, grows insanely well. If you can pick him up really early at Barca, as a pretty low release fee, I highly recommend. Sayul Hadjanol, unbelievable. And of course, Lassard Dooney, who I tried to sign when he was like 19, is at Arsenal. We have to play him yet again. He looks unreal. On the bench, Leon in goal, still pretty decent keeper. Alistair Julian. Vignato's here too. I've missed it all. FM's having a bit of a moment. Julian looks pretty good. Vignato, yeah, pretty world class. Doku, world class as well. Ward, Mertens, yeah, that's a very good. They have got a squad. They are better than me by a mile. Billy Gilmore at 31 looks pretty damn good too. They have a better team than me by a mile. You can see why they won the Champions League last year. And I tell you what, we are playing the defending champions. If there's ever one thing I will say about this channel, we never do it easy. And this would be the sort of way that we would do it. It wouldn't be one of the years we finished top of the group and, should have got an easier time first knockout stage. We ran into Real Madrid, we run into BVB, we got out the group and ran into Barcelona, right? This would be the hardest way to do it. Finish second by winning the last 2 games of the group and then go knock off the champions to make your first ever quarterfinal. That would be the typical thing of this channel. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But we're going to play our football, the aggressive football. And if we lose tonight, and if we lose over the tie, all we can say, it's positive because we came through, showed some character to make it here, and we really could have faltered and went into the Europa League again. And we played the defending champions. We cannot complain if we go out. They weren't too bad. We're going to try play our normal game. We don't really care. Obviously, Tremble being suspended is not great. And there we go. We are at home. This is Denmark. This is our place. We love playing at home. We have such a good record in Europe at home. We've only lost 2 or 3 games over the years at home, and hopefully we continue our form at home and do not give up away too many goals here tonight. A clean sheet is almost paramount, but in our system, it's probably more important we win the game 4-1. We start. I'm going to close the middle door. There's a highlight straight away, which I do not like. Anyway, ball is cleared. We've got runners here, but that's a great touch. Sander Bloom, what a tackle. He can play inverted wing back very well. He's natural there as well. Anyway, Penner now on the ball. Looks for Wirtz's feet. A man in form. Back to Paddy Horn, and he's good on the ball. And he looks for Bloom on the overlap. Here come SFB inside 2 minutes. Still going Bloom. Can he whip a ball in? Penner, Bloom. Put it in there, my son. Paddy Horn, I thought he was going to shoot. Gets back on it. He does shoot just over the bar. Wish he hit it first time. First highlight goes the way of SFB. That's a great start, boys. And we are well up for this by the looks of that. That is a great start. 64% of the ball. And there we are. Also, by the way, losing to Copenhagen, I will say that means we were probably due a loss. And I'm glad it's come in, not this game. And hopefully we don't lose here tonight, but who knows. Anyway, it's a great spread. Haaland's in. Big chance. What a save, Munizaga. The bottom of his fingertips parries it out. Munizaga, a world-class keeper. What a save. Still remember the day that he came and signed for us over Real Madrid. We love it. In the end, Bloom picked up a knock, but he should be okay. It's a bruised knee. You've got to continue on here, Sander Bloom. 30 minutes played, still 0-0. Not a bad start. A very even start from both sides. Very end-to-end. Now it's just about if we can score a goal here. Lucas now on the ball. In the end, Penner nearly won it there. In Gavi, picked off by Bloom. Back to Munizaga, good with his feet. He finds our Gildo, the new centre-back signing. Finds Neff, looks in for Bloom. He's got options. He looks for Wirtz. Flicks on. Lars, he's quick. Goes with the chip. Oh my God, he did him. Oh my God, Ramsdale has been chipped from 30 yards out. And Lars has put us 1-0 up with a stupendous goal. Wirtz with the flick on. Lars with the chip. And it's 1-0 SFB. The defending champions are behind in Denmark, and Lars, with 4 guys around him, dinks Ramsdale, who's only on the edge of his 6-yard box, and it is 1-0. What a moment of brilliance from the 19-year-old. And it's a highlight from kickoff, and we brought straight back down to earth because they're never fun. In the end, Lucas, Benamaria looks long, Sanchez wins it, and Horn just had to win that hard ball and he didn't. In the end, Hadjanal going on a run, hits it from distance, and in the end, Munizaga sees it fly past his post. 35 minutes played, we are 1-0 up, and we have looked good out here. We've looked like the better side, really, and deserve a lead coming into half-time. We've edged possession, we've edged the chances, and into half-time we do go in with a 1-0 lead. Wowzers. I'm delighted with this performance. Start the second half. This is massive. I'm staying on the front foot because, look, 1-0 would be great, would be sensational. I just think we're more likely to score a second like this, and we could concede at any moment playing any system. At the moment, it's going so well, why change? Neff, Jefferson. At some point, I will think about a 4-2-3-1 or, something to keep possession and just knock it around. But anyway, Neff looks long. It was probably on, to be fair to Neff. Out of all the times that go long, I thought Wirtz actually rolled his man well then. Gavi inside, picked off by Paddy Horn. He's having an unreal game. And Munizaga now on the ball. Short to Sanchez. He looks forward. Sanchez now still going with it. Sanchez looks inside. Penner needs runners. Wirtz makes a yard. He's quick. He's beating his man. Wirtz is in form and he's put it wide. A whisker away from 2-0. Wirtz has scored over 30 goals this season. Nearly put us 2-0 up against the defending champions. Hadjanal, ball inside, picked off by Sanchez. No, it wasn't actually. Somehow the striker got there first. And Haaland's there again. Goes with the chip. Puts it, well, it wasn't a chip. Looked like he was going to chip. It's still 1-0. Arsenal's chances few and far between. We've dominated the game. 1-0 going 70th minute here. We probably need a change. Sobby, warm up because Penner's a bit dead. Benamaria could hit it from there. In the end, Hadjanal now. We need to step across. Benamaria picked off by our Gildo. Good ball into Wirtz. Wirtz turns, can run at people. He drops the shoulder. Lucas brings him down. Had to win the ball in the yellow, and he did. And now Lucas goes again. Inside to Gavi. In the Benamaria. Picked off by Sanchez, though. We have pressed really well here today. 70 minutes played. Penner drops the shoulder now. His ball looking there for Lars. He's in again. Lars puts it wide. We really should have had a second. We really should have had 2 here. Penner off, Sobby on, not changing the system just of yet. Tell you what, pace on either side. Frank as well. Jefferson's not had his best of game. They're going to come. We will get pace in behind. Two guys with 18 speed. Corner, and Frank knows the corner routine really well. Sobby now. Ball chips. Lars hit it. Oh, didn't. Falls to Frank, though. Sobby still wants it. In the end, Goldo hits it. Oh, would have been a wonder goal from a wonder kid. We have been the better team here. We deserve it. Bloom, you have to stick out. I'm not making a change at the back right now. 77 minutes played. At what point do we think about parking it? If Hadjanov scores, he doesn't, thank God. It would not have mattered. At what point do we think about just changing the system? Munizaga, great kick, Frank. We got numbers running. Inside, Wirtz, quick enough to do damage. Beats his man. Mikael Wirtz, he's hit the post. Oh, how have we not scored two? We're going to get FM out of the Champions League first knockout round again, aren't we? We're only going to win 1-0 and they're going to beat us like 3-1 at home. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up. Oh my days, we have missed so many chances. Frank's ball in, it's cleared away. Don't you dare get done on the break with Mertens' speed. If they score on the break out of all these chances we've sort of scored in, I'll be livid. Mertens still going. We need a challenge in the end. Great chase from us. Still 1-0. I don't want to really park it. We've been the better team. We deserve 2-0. We deserve 2-0. Highlight, Munizaga. Look, live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm telling you now, I'm going for it. I'm going for 2. I smell blood. It could be dumb to do it, but I'm going for it. Sobby now. He's quick and he's away. They can't catch him. The Egyptian going down the right-hand side. Sobby's ball in's blocked, but Bloom is still there. Dead as a leg. He is still out there. Bloom, Sobby, can he beat his man? Back to Bloom. Still there. He's lost out, and now they're going to be on the break, aren't they? Sanchez heads very well to Paddy Horn, and Horn now still going. Back heels to Bloom. Needs to find 100% ball. We can't afford to turn it over here and get hit on the break. They've committed so many men still staying forward, and in the end, it's cleared. If they win their header, it's trouble. In the end, we do. Albrecht now. Lars needs a runner. Works. Can he beat his man? Tried to. Frank. Through. Sobby. 2. Park the bus. The 2 substitutes combined, we parking it, boys. We are what you call parking the freaking bus now. Albrecht off. Do that. Henderson come in. DM. On defense. Don't move. Defensive. Drop the line off. Drop it all off. I know this is going to sound weird, but force them inside so they can't cross. Force them into the numbers. They'll shoot into the numbers. That's something I wouldn't do in real life, but I think with minutes to go, force them inside. Get stuck in. Don't care how you do it. Slow the game down. Hold shape, regroup, slow it down. I'm not known for parking the bus, but I'm parking it right now because a 2-0 win, and I back us to do it. Bit more defensive. We get that far forward, play it out. 2 guys playing as wingers on support. Play for a set piece. Don't work it into the box. Pass it into space. Go to that. This could be huge. 87 minutes played. We're 2-0 up against the defending champions. You park the bus, boys. Bloom has played with one leg for 70-odd minutes. It's now about holding on. Time ticks. 92nd, 93rd. That is a clean sheet at home and a 2-0 win for SFB. For the first time in our history, could we be going to the quarterfinal of the Champions League? And like I said before the game, it would be typical of this channel and be typical of this stream, be typical of this whole thing that we've ever had since FM18 here, right? We never do it easy. It would not have been the year we topped the group or whatever. It would be the year that we had to win the last 2 games of the group to get through and then draw the defending champions to get to our first ever quarterfinal. And I tell you what, we just put one foot through the door. We are going to go out. We are going to play the same system at the Emirates. And we know if we get an away goal, Arsenal then need 4. If we score 1 in England, you would imagine we are going to get through. What a performance. I'll see these guys in a second for that second leg. We could be going through to our first ever quarterfinal. The tie's not done. They're defending champions. They're unreal. And in England, they're going to come hard. But if we can find a goal, especially the first one of the tie, I tell you what, that away goal could be massive. And I do think we have a really serious chance of going through to our first ever quarterfinal in the Champions League. Welcome back, YouTube. It is time for the second leg at the Emirates against Arsenal, last year's defending champions. we are potentially 90 minutes away from our first ever quarterfinal in charge of SFB, and it'll be 13 seasons in. Important to note, since we last played, the game that was meant to be played here, the Copenhagen game, was moved. The quarterfinal to after this, which is great. Beat Copenhagen 4-1, looked amazing. Semi-rotated against Midtjylland, found ourselves 2-0 down, ladies and gentlemen, and our undefeated season going out the window. I then brought in a couple of the first team boys. I brought Lars in. I brought Alfred Orbrecht back in off the bench. Moved Campos out wide because Sobby are just missing chances left, right, and centre. And we had 17 shots, 9 on target. Mercer, we scored in the 66th from a set piece. Our Gildo just looks unreal. He just does everything right, scores an important goal, unreal. And Wirtz scores in the 91st minute, continues goal-scoring streak. And we actually had 2 goals disallowed. Penner disallowed goal in the 97th to win it. We did lose our marbles to keep the undefeated streak alive. And now it's just all about beating Copenhagen after this game to get through the next round of the Cup. I would have been a bit upset if we didn't go undefeated this season. I would have been more upset if we did that and Arsenal came back and beat us. Important to note with Sobey, he's actually averaging over a 7 in the league, and I can't rate this guy enough. It's more the goals that he scores, right? The 2 goals he scored in the league, both times, I needed a goal late to win the game, right? And also, obviously, in the Continental or in the Champions League this year, 4 appearances off the bench at a 6.8, has always looked dangerous. But last game, Arsenal, we paid $7.5 million just for him to come in and literally score that goal late doors off the bench in a Champions League tie. And he went and did it. So hopefully everything else goes right here and we really, really, really can get through. In terms of the team, we had an injury to Paddy Horn, has been passed, fully fit for this match, which is great. So I am going in with only one change from the team that you saw last game out. That change is Tremble back in, Tremble back in, Bloom back to centre back, and our Gildo's gone to the bench. Look, all I'm going to say is that team is unreal. Like, Tremble was wanted by some of the biggest clubs in England. Now it's not there. It was wanted by Liverpool and Chelsea as well. Only by United there, but they were all there. But yeah, we are looking unbelievably good. And I just really hope we go out there and just put in another performance. There's 2 ways to go about this. We could go set back 4-2-3-1, try and just, keep a bit of the ball, kind of time waste the game a little bit, be a bit more pragmatic, not be as forward thinking, right? And try and play for like a 1-0 loss or 1-1 or something like that. Or I'm going the way I'm going. Same system that battered Arsenal, right? And if we get an away goal, they need 4 to win it. And it won't go to extra time no matter what. And then after that, maybe we can start thinking about if we get the away goal, maybe we start eating the game away, or if we're dominating, go for a second and really kill the game off, right? I feel like by doing it this way, it's okay. And if it goes to 1-0, if it goes to 2-0, I can maybe set back in the 4-2-3-1 and then switch again to go back into this if I need to late. I just feel like starting in the system that works so well at home is what we need to do. Important to note, last time we played Arsenal was home and away, obviously, in the group stage. We won 2-1 in the group stage, and we obviously just won 2-0 in the lead and the knockout stage here, and that was a few years ago in the group stage. I showed you at the start of the episode. They beat us 5-1 at the Emirates. We cannot let the same thing happen here. We cannot throw this away, right? I just want to go out there. I want to make the quarterfinals so badly. It's important to know that we need to do it to keep Orbrecht. His promise is to get to the later stage of the Champions League. I believe making the quarterfinal ticks that off. He's got interest from City. I don't know if it's still there now. He's had interest from other clubs as well. Bayern too. There you go. We need to do it. We need to go out there and hopefully we can. Your team to hopefully make our first ever quarterfinal is Munizaga in goals. Tremble is back in at right back with Sanchez, Bloom and Neff. Paddy Horn looks unreal. Penner, Orbrecht and Jefferson. Lars and Wirtz are together up top yet again. Lars did score what I think will be our goal of the year last game out against Arsenal with that absolutely audacious chip from 25 yards out. Hopefully we can find another away goal here tonight. Another goal against Arsenal will be okay. In terms of their team, they've already got Tipple back at the back and Shimwem Miller. I don't know what his first name is either. Both the guys that were suspended for the last one are back in. It's important to know Arsenal did miss 2 of their big back 4. That one in the Champions League last time out. We made them pay. Today we might find it a little bit harder to break them down, but I still think Arsenal realise they have to come out and come up and really attack us. And I think staying in this system, we will find chances to go out there and do the thing. I'm going to take all the pressure off. We've got nothing to lose, boys. Everyone still expects Arsenal, the defending champions, to still try and get through against us, right? On paper, they are unbelievable. However, I still think that with us being 2-0 up, we should go do it. Ramsdale's in goals. Frey's still there. Tipple, I did highlight him that he was injured last time out, but he's back in. Same with Raphael, left back. That's what I'm going to call him for the game. Same midfield. Same. No, it's not. Spisser reckons come from the middle of the park, the both centre mid, and Gavi's gone wide, and they have dropped William Saliba for one of them, and that is it. So I actually think they've just switched the personnel around for here, and Saliba's come out obviously to get in Tipple, and Raphael's come in as well. Look, that's a star-studded side still. We know how good they are from the first leg. We know on paper Arsenal can come out here and snot us 3-4-0. We also know we're good enough to score, and an away goal tonight, Arsenal then need 4 to progress, and that should be our immediate aim. Can we score a goal at the Emirates? We did last time we played here, but they did score 5. A lot of water's gone under the bridge. Arsenal have won a Champions League, and they're trying to defend it this year. We, though, have built a star-studded squad that is only developing, growing, and progressing every season. And maybe it's about time we progress ourselves into a Champions League quarterfinal. Score predictions have flown in the chat. AJ reckons 1-1. Ark reckons 2-2. AJ actually changed his mind that Arsenal are going to win 2-1, but we go through. And we have an early corner here. Penna now. With the ball in, back stick cleared away. Arsenal great on the break, but Sanchez there first. And we know an early away goal would be massive for us. Sanchez to Tremble to Penna now. And Penna ball through. Wirtz in goal scoring form. And Aaron Ramsdale, the world-class keeper, has probably single-handedly just kept Arsenal in the tie. And single-handedly because he made a hand with one save, right? That's good stuff, Damien. Anyway, Penna now with the ball. Wirtz, oh, just didn't get there. And in the end, Gavi's going to be able to hold this up and bring others in. I would love that to be the highlight and saying that Tremble gets beat. Highlight not over. And it's still going with Spicer. Spicer now. The fact the highlight's still going worries me. Still going Spicer. Ball in. Back stick. Haaland doesn't win. Jefferson now needs to get there first. Doesn't fade. Highlight has mercifully ended. It's another corner though. A frantic start 5 minutes in. Penna beats his man. Jefferson can cross it. Does Wirtz. 1-0 away goal at the Emirates. And Arsenal need 4. And no matter what, this game's being played in the 90. It's an early goal for SFB. And we have one through the proverbial... We have 1 foot through the proverbial door to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. In the end, it came out of my mouth. I'm in shock. Wirtz has scored again. The man is scoring goals for fun. This corner routine has worked. And I tell you what, we had an offside goal against us in the group stage from Leipzig. And that wasn't given. And Leipzig drew 1-1 first match day. Wirtz, half a foot offside there according to VAR. But it wasn't given. And we'll take a 1-0 lead. The swings and roundabouts. For the first time, I reckon, in years, we are getting some luck in the Champions League. And it's exactly what you need. 20-odd minutes played. At the moment, we look like a better side out there than Arsenal. We are leaving the system. You know, if this game was a bit more even, I would probably move to a 4-2-3-1 or whatever as Haaland heads over, as I'm saying that. But at the moment, we may as well chase a second goal now to about the 60th. And if we get a second, it's tie over. We score one more, it's tie over. If they score, it makes things very interesting still because they don't just need 3 and their team's good enough to score 3, obviously, as you see how good they are as Faye comes forward here. But I think tactically, right now, as the ball comes in, Haaland blocked, Spicer blocked, falls to Hadja, blocked. In the end, Bloom and co. putting in blocks left, right and centre. Everyone in the 6-yard box defending for their lives. These SFB boys want to make it. Penner on the break gets another shot blocked. It's block central here, more blocks than Legoland. And in the end, it is still 1-0, 14 minutes played. Time ticking towards half-time. And it is a chance for Arsenal to maybe find one before the end of the half. There's a part of me that does want to go a little bit more defensive right now to try and get into half-time at 1-0 here in the leg. 3-0 up at half-time, but it's too late for that now. In the end, Haaland, what a tackle. Jefferson now wins the ball back. Nothing stupid. That wasn't the best idea, mate. And Gavi now on the ball again. Into Amdouni. Ben Mana. Into Haaland. Great ball out to Raphael, the world-class left-back. Great ball in. Haaland heads down. Munizaka makes the save. I'm just going to do something that I don't usually do. I'm going to not change the system or player personnel. I am just going to move us to just time waste till half-time. I don't want to see anything else. I just want to get into half-time. Thank you very much. Perfect. No, don't keep the changes now as well. We are 45 minutes away from eliminating the champions, AJ says in the chat. We are. Right, now it's a question of, do we go 4-2-3-1, knowing Arsenal need 4, go out there, just start keeping the ball and start eking the game away for 45, or do we go out there and stay in the same system and go for a second, knowing that the second is game over, knowing Arsenal still need 4, but we know if we go like this and go and get hit on the break and it's 1-1 inside 55 minutes, right, that it's, yeah, I feel like we stay for now. Paddy Horn, that injury makes me want to do it just to get the, whatever, just to make sure we have a little bit more cover for Horn that's a little bit injured. But I feel like we stay just for now. The chat agrees, which is good. Highlight from kickoff is not what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see a highlight from kickoff because the worst thing here is that we didn't change Arsenal score inside the first 5-10 minutes of the half. Us scoring from kickoff, though, I would be all for it as Albrecht chips towards Wirtz and gives it away. The game heard me. Stop listening to me, SI. We just need a goal, please. In the end, cleared. And Doomy, Gavi, Penner wins it back. Still going, Penner. Still going, Penner. Tackled. Jefferson. Falls to him. Jefferson! I thought he scored, I'm not going to lie. My hands went up like this. I was getting ready to celebrate. We are playing unbelievable football in this system. Wowzers. Gavi now. Going on a run. Good tackle. Falls there to Amdouni. I don't like this at all. Amdouni again. World-class player. Back post. Haaland should score. Haaland heads wide from inside 6 yards. I don't think anyone has realised, but I think my arsehole's clenching a little bit here. Not going to lie, I think my arsehole is clenching a little bit here. Just going to move to that for now. Just switching into a 4-2-3-1, just trying to keep the ball now. We're going like for like with Arsenal here. They need 4 goals. Just going to do it for the next 10 minutes or so. Saying they're going to score straight away. Doku. Oh my God, Munizaga. Inspired by the keeper. Offside, surely, from Doku there. What was that from Munizaga? That was the moment for Arsenal. Arsenal score then, it's game on. 55th minute. Like I said, they need to score by the 55th minute, I feel. That was the moment. Doku off the bench. Sanchez beat. Munizaga out of position. Somehow, at feet. What a save. It's the reason why we have him so long. It's the reason why we rejected $30, $40 million bids in the window for a world-class keeper to come out and do world-class things. In the end, we go back to live here. Hopefully, that's the highlight as Lars finds Jefferson. And we just want the highlight to end, really. We're not interested in seeing highlights. We're just interested in just eating up time now. Jefferson going on a run, blocked. Albrecht still can get on it here. And he might whip one. Neff. Ball in. Lars doesn't win. Cleared away. That's fine. Highlight here. Weird place to start a highlight. So high up the field. In the end, Eugene Neff now. Ball in towards Lars, cleared. Something tells me this is an Arsenal highlight. Because we started with the ball so high. And saying that, we're back on it. Wirtz now can turn. Penner. Wirtz. Lars. It was a tackle, so it should be a goal. It's game over. We're through. Usually those are the sort of goals that go in against us against bigger teams. But mercifully, finally, blatantly, we have scored goals that usually happen against us. A ball that is tackled and falls to people. How many episodes have I complained about that happening against bigger clubs? We are 2-0 up, 4-0 in aggregate. Arsenal need 5. That's all she wrote, really. It should be anyway. Gavi, Raphael, ball still going inside here. Pirola now. There is no need for us to sit on the front foot now. There is no need for us to sit on the front foot at all. If they score, my nerves will jangle, right? But Munizaga again. We don't look like conceding at the moment. Everybody's playing inspired. Right, so Eugene Neff is 1 yellow card away from suspension. I actually don't mind if he gets suspended in this game. I'm going to just move us to a bit of a lower tempo, waste some time a little bit at times. Just going to move us to a little bit more balanced here as well. I'm going to move Tremble back as a wing back here on defend, and Neff's going to play as a wing back here on defend as well. Actually, with the yellow card to Tremble, I don't want to go down to 10 men, so I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to get Paddy Horn off and going to get our Gildo into there. He can do all the roles, but he's going to go in as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and I am just going to bring Albrecht into an advanced playmaker on support here. Like for like, 2 changes. Now it's just time about eating the clock away. I do not care about anything else. Sanchez just picked up a knock, I think. That is not good that Sanchez picked up a knock. Bloom played 70 minutes with 1 leg in the last tie. Hopefully we can do the job here. Zaga comes and claims. We're still on a good system to still go forward with as well here in the 4-2-3-1. But this is mainly for us just to eat some time away. Lars flicks it onto no one. I don't want to see Arsenal scored before the 75th, really, because you can still see them. They need 5 goals. We did concede 4 goals in 10 minutes against Chelsea, right? But different stage. Doku, if that's the best they've got, we've got them covered now. We'll just enjoy it. It's game over, really. Aguilar's going to move into here then. I'm running out of defensively minded midfielders now. I wouldn't mind another DM sort of midfielder. Just give me a second, boys, because I don't know what I'm doing here. Paddy Horn had to come off because of the injury. Could bring Ripper in, but it's two big midfielders. I'm going to go with a roaming playmaker and advanced playmaker on support. I know that doesn't make sense, but we shouldn't concede 5. Shouldn't is the word. Doku now goes for goal, hits the outside of the post. It's not Arsenal's day. Arsenal have had chances to score, and it's not their day. Time ticks. We are moments away, ladies and gentlemen. It's dreamland. It's party time. Our first ever quarterfinal. It doesn't come when we've topped the group. It doesn't come against a Real Madrid or a Dortmund, or whatever, with the hard ties we've got. You want to know when it came? After losing to Juve and then drawing 4-4 after throwing a 3-1, 4-2 lead away at home, then needing to win 2 games from 2 away from home in the group stage to get through the group, which we did by a point. We then drew the defending champions, and out of all the years to make it to our first ever quarterfinal, we do it in a year where we knock out the defending champions. We do it in a year where Albrecht has a promise that if we don't reach the later stages, we have to sell him. We do it when it mattered most. And if this doesn't give us confidence that a Champions League could be around the corner here for SFB, nothing else will. Munizaga makes another save. Time ticks away. We just wait for it officially. We, for the first time in our history, have made a Champions League quarterfinal. A very even game here against Arsenal, but we defended for our lives. It is Arsenal 0, SFB 2. We have won 2-0 at home and away from home against the defending champions, and Arsenal are out at the first hurdle trying to defend their title, and they are out to little old SFB. My God, Spurs just knocked out Dortmund 7-6 on aggregate. That's a game that you would want to watch. That's great, because I wouldn't mind a shot at Spurs, to be fair, than Dortmund. We didn't deserve anything. Yeah, I agree. They didn't deserve anything. I'm going to save the game, boys, because we are through. I'll be back with the knockout round. Quarterfinal draw for the Champions League. And I think it also means the semi-final draw as well. The first time SFB's ever been in the hat. I'm so glad to be here. Whatever happens now is just a bonus. Who knows, boys? But potentially 2 legs away from a semi-final, and anything could happen. Do you dare dream? You do, because you're still in the competition. I'll see you in a second for the semi-final, quarter-final knockout draws. Welcome back, YouTube. It's Damien. It is time for the quarter-final draw of the Champions League. However, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there has been some massive results after our game that can impact us massively. There has been some massive boilovers, and this competition is opening up big time. As you can see, Spurs, who made the final last year, knock out Dortmund. I don't mind this, because Dortmund have history against me, and if I can beat Arsenal, I can beat Spurs. But get ready for it. Liverpool concede, and Liverpool do not overturn a deficit, and Napoli knock out Liverpool. Important as well, Man City, who is probably on paper better than Madrid, which it's hard to say, they're both unreal, right? Man City, out. Liverpool, out. Napoli, that's fine. Here come the big ones though. Bayern, the favourites for the competition, held 0-0 by Sevilla at home. Sevilla are through. Bayern had 22 shots and did not score. Juve overturned a deficit against Benfica, needed an 84th minute winner there. But the big one is here. Manchester United, level going in, have been knocked out by the Austrian Salzburg. Salzburg had 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. United are out. All of a sudden, Napoli, Sevilla, Salzburg, SFB. I would want one of those three sides. If we can get Salzburg, you have to be kidding me. In terms of other results, I don't think there's any other results that we really can go through here. No, there isn't. That's the group stage. And we have got the draws. It is the quarterfinal draw. We have got Barcelona, who we have beaten at home once before. And only not so long ago, we did draw 2-2 and top a group that had Barcelona in it. We have got Real Madrid, who did knock us out in the first knockout round when they went on to go win it. We've got last year's runners-ups in Spurs. We've got Juve, who we did play in the group stage. We looked unreal in Italy. To lose 2-1. We were very unlucky not to draw. And we threw a 3-1, 4-2 lead away to draw 4-4 at home and put us in that situation we needed to win the last 2 games to finish second. Also important to note, Wirt scores a penalty, makes it 5-3. We probably win the game. Then there's the teams that we really want. We want Salzburg. We don't mind Sevilla. We want Sevilla. And we don't mind Napoli. There is teams we want. There's teams we don't. This is the most open I've seen the Champions League in this entire save. There has always been a collective team of United or City with Liverpool and then Barcelona, Madrid, either or, with Bayern. And it's just kind of how it's gone. Last year was a little bit open. Arsenal came from nowhere, so did Spurs. Knocked everybody out, made the final. It was a poor final, right? Apart from that, it's been Bayern, it's been Liverpool, it's been Barca, it's been whatever. And even PSG have been very hit and miss in this save. But you kind of know the teams that are going to be there. This is the most open it's been. I am so keen for this. First out the hat is Juve. Out of all the big names, this is the big name I don't mind, and it's Real Madrid. There is literally one team we really don't want, and that's Barcelona. Spurs, we would have a chance, but there is a big chance we get Salzburg, Sevilla, and Napoli. That is unbelievable. Next out the hat, Salzburg. I don't want to look. 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 Please, 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 please. Barcelona. Oh, we're going to get Napoli, Sevilla, or Spurs. That's not bad. Next out the hat is Spurs. Please, for the love of God, be Napoli. We got Sevilla. Please get drawn away from home. Yes, 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 yes. That is massive. Sevilla knocked out Bayern. They can't be like, you can't go, oh yeah, you know, you're going to do a job, right? But they currently sit 5th in La Liga. We have battled against Barcelona. We've battled against Madrid. We haven't lost to Valencia ever. Out of the 4 times we played them, if there's ever a time to make the semi-final, Sevilla is it. Oh my God. We're streaming that tonight. That's being done tonight, boys. View draw, semi-final. I just want to be the away team. I don't care who we get. Salzburg or Barcelona, I don't even care if it's us. It's not. We're going to get Madrid or Juve. And I tell you what, I'd rather play Madrid or Juve than Barcelona, to be fair. We're going to be drawn at home against Juve or Madrid. But let's cross that hurdle when we get there. We are 180 minutes away from a Champions League semi-final. That is next episode. And I'm going to put the pressure on. We should make it. We shouldn't have done against Arsenal. Out of all the years to make the quarterfinal, our first ever quarterfinal, this wasn't the year. However, we've gone and done it. And now that we're here, Sevilla is a game we should win. We got an away tie first, which I prefer because you know with away goals, anything is possible. And then we are at home against a Spanish side that we should beat. I'll see you next episode. Episode 127. Our first ever UCL quarterfinal. We get Sevilla, who rocked Bayern to its core. And now it's a battle of 2 sides. 2 unlikely sides to make a semi-final. But it's a big chance for us. And maybe in our first year making it past the first knockout round, we can make the semis of the Champions League. I'll see you then. Thank you and goodbye.